this is Drew again with Logical Property Management, and we are exploring Detroit's 183 neighborhoods. We're in Cornerstone Village, founded at the end of the beginning of the 20th century, end of the 19th, beginning of the 20th century. It's got about 10,000 people. It really became formalized in 1925 when it became part of Detroit. It was absorbed, and in the late 70s, they changed the name to Cornerstone Village because it's at the east side corner of Detroit where it meets Harper Woods and the Grosse Pointes. If you look behind me here, this is Bedug Park. It was redone in 2014, supported by the UAW and Ford here, as it says UAW Ford Field. It's all been nice and new. It's got a baseball stadium. Looks like in the back there might be tennis and soccer. Right here we've got a concession stand. Over there there's basketball courts. And if you can see here, they're keeping it up with flowers, planted new trees. If we go across the street here, we've got the Riverview Health and Rehab Center. We've got some apartment buildings over there. And if we look down Warren Avenue here, this is one of the major thoroughfares of Detroit. You can see a lot of things been done, and it's starting to get better. We're gonna pan out over here so you can see it and take a good look down here. You know, and here at Cornerstone, it's coming back. You know, some parts of Warren we've been on that not as pretty as this, but this one's redeveloping. So stick with us as we're gonna explore more of Cornerstone Village. All right, here we are on Mack Avenue, if you can see right there. And this sets the southern boundary of the Cornerstone Village. And what's interesting about that and why we're here, if you look down here, we've got Ray Latham, Buick GMC. And if we come over here, we've got several other dealerships. So they're all in Detroit side right here, because right across from us, this is all, again, the Grosse Pointes. So you'll see a little bit of a dichotomy between how well the neighborhoods are over there and how well the neighborhoods are over here. We'll take a look at that later. But we did want to show you, this is Mack Avenue. And again, it's where all the auto dealerships are on the east side. So well known for it. Okay, we're in one of the Grosse Pointes. This is a street called Notre Dame. And what we're trying to do is show you the difference one block can make sometimes in Metro Detroit. So right here, look at all these houses. They're nicely done. Obviously tomorrow looks like it's gonna be garbage day, but these are all well houses. Okay, and what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go over there. This is Mack Avenue again. And we're just going to go across the street and show you what happens when you go into Detroit. Again, this is Grosse Pointes. That's Detroit. All right, now we're on the Detroit side of Mack. We were just earlier right over there on a street called Notre Dame. You look right there, and now it's called Blue Hill, and the sign even looks different because it's in Detroit. This right here was probably a dealership, a used car or something like that. It's now currently abandoned. But we're going to go down the street here, and we're going to show you, again, how different the neighborhood is. All right, above me you can see we're at the corner of Blue Hill and Denver. So we just came down a little bit from over where we were on Mack. We want to show you this neighborhood here. If you look across over here, we've got a Class C apartment building. Okay, probably not Class D, it's probably Class C. The house next to it, if you look there, they can't afford to put a new roof on. They've done some ugly patching there. And even that one right there is, you know, needs some new windows. It's obviously falling apart a little bit. And it's, I don't know if it's a rental or if somebody owns it. Down the street, you know, it doesn't look too bad. This house right here, again, is in decent shape, but they've got some roof repairs that are needed on the second one. Got another apartment complex over there, and it doesn't look that great, but again, it's probably Class C. And right here, we got another apartment complex. So right here, we've got four corners of apartment buildings, and it's, you know, this is the neighborhood here, okay? And again, it's important to understand that this is Class C, right next to Class AB over there across Mack. And that's a different city, and this is Detroit, but it's Class C right here. And investors, you can do pretty well here if you understand what you're investing in. You can't expect to get Class A results out of a Class C neighborhood. But if your expectations are properly aligned, you can make a lot of money. All right, here we are. What could be considered, there's no official tag on it, but could be considered the heart of Cornerstone Village, because we're at the corner of Cadju, which goes this way here, and we've got Warren coming this way. Okay, so if you look around, they put in a bike path, which is signs of progress. Again, the city's trying to redevelop all this. We've got a donut shop. We don't see many donut shops actually around anymore. We got a Sherwin-Williams, gas stations. What's interesting is last year, right down here on Cadieux, there's a famous place called for feather bowling called the Cadieux Cafe. They actually have a feather bowling, which look it up. Not many places in the country have it, but we sold a house that was right almost kitty corner from it. And, our client made a lot of money and they flipped it. So you still got opportunities to flip in Detroit, again, if you know what you're doing. And it was a Class C plus property. So let's go look at some houses. So we talk about all the time Detroit being block by block, which doesn't compute when you're out of state, out of the country. So people don't understand it. So again, our classifications, we've said Cornerstone Village is a Class C, but there are still Class D neighborhoods or streets, I should say, blocks that you have to be careful of. One of them we're on here, we're on Lodowick, and we're just south of Warren. If you look back over here, there's Warren Avenue up there. But if you look here, we've got a boarded up house here. We've got this house over here. This one, again, looks vacant. Someone's using it for storage. They got a trailer set up over here. And then if we come over here again, we've got a vacant lot. They've torn down a couple of 3 houses over here. Look at this house back here. No one's living in it. It's 4861. This one's 4871. Abandoned. 3 of them in a row. No one's even come to clean up the garbage here. But you can get houses like that. In fact, we believe it's this one right here that the city's bank is offering a package of 3 houses for $12,000. 3 houses for $12,000. That's about $4,000 a house. They won't sell them separately. They say they won't, maybe they will, but you're going to have to put upwards of 50 grand in these houses. And, you got to pass all city inspections. You only get 6 months typically to do it. We don't really recommend doing that. Maybe on a multifamily, 2 to 4 units, but not on a single family. And this, I believe, is a 2-bedroom only. So this is a Class D street again, block in a Class C area. So you've got to be careful where you buy. We'd much rather have you find a Class C plus block in this area because that's going to gentrify and you're going to get a better return on your money in the long-term future. Okay, interesting enough, we're still on Lodowick, the street. Okay, we are down there about half a mile. We've gone past Warren, we've passed Chandler Park, and now we're here to the north. Again, maybe about half a mile, and we're over here by Minerva. If you look there, there's a sign. And this house right over here, 6183, it's up for sale right now. And again, you won't see a lot of for sale signs in Detroit because you don't want to advertise that the house is empty and someone's going to break in. But again, they're asking like $129,000 for this house. So, and if you look at this block, it's mostly brick. I mean, I don't see any frame houses at all. We did pass by, there's a boarded up house down there that could be great to grab onto and get it for obviously a good price. All these are brick. If you look right here, they've painted the brick. They've got some nice landscaping. So there's much more pride of ownership here. And again, I would say this is a C, maybe C plus given that price. And but it's way different than down there where you can get 3 houses for $12,000. And this again is what you need: a professional, boots on the ground, someone that knows the marketplace, because you don't want to buy down there based upon these prices and get taken advantage of. So you've really got to know not only the neighborhood, but you've also got to have someone that can then go run it block by block to make sure you're making, is it a C minus or even a D, or is it could be a B in here also. Okay. This is probably one of the nicest streets in Cornerstone Village, but we wanted to show it to you. This house right here, 5977's on Zillow for $149,900. And you can see it's got a for sale sign in front of it right here. People aren't worried about being broken into. And these are all brick. Again, some of them are colonials. Most of them are bungalows, but again, there's some potential here. If you can get this property on one of these properties for less than 150 grand, maybe 120 or so, by a fixer-upper and do all the work yourself, you can probably rent these out for $1,500 a month. So there's a pretty decent chance that you're going to make some money and get a pretty good tenant. I would call this neighborhood or this block C plus. Thank you.